Well, here I have a rotation battle. It was just a casual battle, but it's with Panch here, so let's start it off. I really like rotations. That's all I'm gonna say. They're really fun. Anyway, so we have a lot of options, a lot of stuff to see. So he leech seeds my Rheoniclus first turn, and I'm thinking, okay, I need to set up my screens as soon as possible. Because he's got a Whimsicott and a Charizard on the field, so that means Sunny Day's coming. And that thing probably has chlorophyll, Softspot. And so I set up both screens, and I figure at this point I need to do a future sight. Because I know I can take a Fire Blast with a screen up, because this thing's really specially defensive. But he misses the Fire Blast, which it mattered a lot, but the thing is like, that's why you're on Flamethrower. So I protect, because the Leech Seed recovery gave him just enough to be a fool again, and I don't want him to be there. I need solar power to damage him a little, and so I sent out my Gliscor, and God, look how much that did! And he's scarfed. So I do acrobatics, and it also bought me enough, that protect last turn also bought me enough time to hit him with the future sight. So he's already hurting pretty bad. Nothing on mine is dead, and he's gone. So he Ice Beams my Tangela, and I thought this thing was going to be scarfed, so I was scared. So I just did a knockoff, and I can't believe I survived, but a screen with the Violite, whatever. Anyway, he does Horn Leech as I send him out, and that thing has regeneration, so he'll be fine later. So I send out Gallade, who is definitely the MVP, and he tri-attacks me, but because of the light screen and Gallade's really good special defense, it does nothing. And he doesn't have a life orb anymore either, thanks to my little Tangela there. And so Reflect wears off, and I know that things are going to hurt from that deer now. Bambi dead. And so I set up a Reflect again. I don't want these screens to wear off. And the Sunlight's done, so that thing doesn't have chlorophyll anymore. If it even has chlorophyll, I'm pretty sure it does. So I know he's probably going to want to set up so that he could get some Sunny Day back on. So either way, if I do Drain Punch, it hurts everything he has out. So it doesn't matter that much. I just knew it was a safe play, and my Gallade's already being the hero that he is. And so he sends out Spiritomb. And right now, I was guessing whether it was Choice Banded or Bulky with leftovers, and I guessed right. So either way, it wouldn't have hurt to do a substitute. So because it's Bulky, I fling my Toxic Orb off of my Gliscor, who can take hits at that low health because of the Reflect and his insane defenses. So Gliscor's getting his health back, and I was ready to steal leftovers, forgetting all about this thing and its priority Encore. So now I'm locked into Fling, and I'm like, oh, that's great, because I don't want to switch that guy out. And Rheoniclus is in trouble because I know that if he comes out, he's going to die to Leech Seed, so I'm not going to be able to switch him out. So I do a Recover, and I just hoped he would do Will-O-Wisp. And at this point, I could have stalled with like Recover and stuff, but I really just wanted to get a screen up instead. I didn't care that much, and really I was more afraid of the Porygon Z, much more afraid of it than I was the Spiritomb. Spiritomb's no big deal. I can just sort of ignore it to death because now it is toxic poison and everything. And so my Gliscor is still Encored, and my Gallade is looking pretty good. He's got some bulk ups, a substitute, there's a light screen up, Porygon Z can't even take it off, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I know Gallade is probably going to be winning me the game this round. So he does Sucker Punch, and I'm actually a little surprised that it broke this up. And at this point I'm really annoyed because I have Drain Punch and Shadow Sneak on Gallade. So if I do Drain Punch, I can kill Whimsicott or Porygon Z, but Spiritomb won't be affected. If I do Shadow Sneak, I can kill Whimsicott or Spiritomb, but Porygon Z won't be affected. So it's just really annoying. So anyway, it's essentially down to the core gameplay where one move is good, one move is bad. So Spiritomb's really low on health, and I'm just trying to burn off turns of this Fling Encore because I really hate this. but Gliscor being there is really great. Like, I don't know. So at this point, I'm not really sure what he's going to do, and I don't know why I didn't see the paint split coming. I think as Espeon, I always have this sort of false sense of security that I'm immune to everything in the game because of Magic Bounce. Because, well, let's face it, she pretty much is. So, I do Shadow Sneak knowing that he's going to die next turn no matter what. So I just wanted to make sure that thing was dead. He could have switched in Porygon Z, but the light screen was still up, so I think those were pretty bad chances. So he encores me, and I'm still fleeing. And I am really happy with the amount of help I've been able to get back. So when he sends out his Porygon Z, I really don't care because I have a sub. So there goes Porygon Z, and the last thing he has is actually super effective against Gallade. But the thing is that that thing likes to be statusy, so I switch out my Gliscor to take whatever he has and do an acrobatics because it's stab to both. It's a super effective stab to both, and I don't have an item. So at that point, you knew he lost. Good game, Panch. Look forward to the tournament next week.